Well, the Ministry of Home Affairs has today released an important order that talks about free transportation of medical oxygen between states. This order has come in after the major ruckus and chaos that has been created on Haryana border, where the police and state governments were not allowing passage of medical oxygen into different states. In fact, since morning we've been seeing a lot of reports, and amidst this report, government, the Ministry of Home Affairs released these important guidelines, which talks about that as per the central government, there will be no restrictions on transportation of medical oxygen in interstate, and transport authorities have all the freedom and permission in order to transport medical oxygen to the required states. In fact, medical oxygen suppliers and manufacturers also have the freedom in order to supply medical oxygen to hospitals of different states besides their specific one, and authorities and police officials who are restricting the transportation of medical oxygen should refrain from doing so and should not attach medical oxygen for their specific purposes, and rather let it transport to its desired destination. There will be no restriction on timings, and there will be flexible movement because of this is all happening, of course, because of the surge in COVID cases. Now, if we talk about India, you're seeing it's a deadly mark of 3 lakh cases in a day. Today, India saw more than 3 lakh cases, which has also surpassed phase 1 of COVID in the country, that was in 2020. And you see, because of these influx of cases, there has been chaos in terms of beds and oxygen, where people are knocking the doors of hospitals, but because of the health infrastructure, there's not much that governments are being able to offer, and people are suffering. We're seeing that the number of deaths in the country have also shot up, and this second wave presumably is not going to go anytime soon. While the government is working on this, important to note that Prime Minister Narendra Modi also today took an important meeting with the government officials and important secretaries of different ministries, where they discussed about the flexibility on transportation of medical oxygen, where PM Modi also discussed on the supply and distribution techniques, and also instructed government officials in order to take innovative ways in order to produce more and more medical oxygen for the people of the country. Tomorrow stands yet another important day, because PM Modi will be chairing 3 important meetings, where one is going to be with the manufacturers of medical oxygen, where they're going to be discussing on the need, the supply and demand, which is, of course, the demand is surpassing the supply level, and the government has to work harder in order to bring this facility to the people. Well, tomorrow stands important day in order to get this update. India currently is in its second wave of COVID-19, and as per commentators and doctors, the peak is yet to come.